Hello and welcome to a video that I do not know what the title because it's probably the same as last year's. It's like, what horror game to let's play next? It's like, well, I have two videos with the same title. How will I make it different? I don't really like doing update videos like that because it's kind of, I don't know, well, it'd be weird for me to say repetitive. I mean, talking about Rune Factory, I was like, for one thing, it's like going on 280 odd parts. But anyways, you know, this is to decide what horror game to let's play next, because like last year, I've, decided instead of doing the October special every year, well, sourced the new ones, and that basically done that for like a decade. I've decided, for going forwards, every year, start a new horror game in October. But just one, and it'll just be part of the regular upload schedule instead of just being the main focus, essentially. So last year, which was 11 months ago on the poll that I'm looking at, probably, I don't know, did I start this poll specifically on September 1st? Because the idea for this is probably exactly identical to last year's, where I put up a poll start of September, and then come around October time, whichever game gets the most votes is the one that I let's play. Start a new let's play of in October. Looking at last year's poll, we got Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Project Zero, Maiden of Black Water, Downpour, and Downpour. Out of all of those, there were 7 votes in total, but I'm pretty sure at least one of those came after, because for whatever reason polls on YouTube you can't have like a deadline to it, so it's just like there the whole time. So I have to kind of note. How did I note that? Oh, and showing up saw last month, switched out to no one showed interest in the last 2 games listed. Wait, did I? Switched out Resident Evil games due to comment showing interest in the last 2 games listed. What was the other game? I know I don't remember Silent Hill Downpour, but what was the other one? Can't have been Darkwood because nobody voted for it. Where did I probably vote on the second one? Note more of what it is. Yeah, this is where I was like, don't know how to close the poll on YouTube, so I'll just announce here that the poll for our next horror let's play is over. And I pointed out, how every game except Darkwood got a vote, and then I announced that the winner of the poll, which is Project Zero, Maiden of Black Water, which starts uploading for that on the 7th of October. So yeah, this was presumably around October 1st when I announced that, I assume anyway. So it's basically going to be a month to vote for a horror game for Let's Play. And basically it's gonna be the same poll with just 2 different games instead. Because I'm gonna include the same ones. Let's back up here, because kind of waffling on a lot there. What is that I was trying to make is there was at least 1 vote that happened after the deadline. So I mean, even if I were to have counted that, it's still Project Zero 1, because the votes are 7 votes total. There were 2 votes for Resident Evil 2 Remake, 1 vote for Resident Evil Director's Cut, 1 vote for Silent Hill Downpour, and 3 votes for Project Zero Maiden of Black Water. So even if I counted that, which was past the point, probably when I was already started that Let's Play, it wouldn't have counted as much because it would have still lost. But I wonder if that'll be the same for this year's poll, because it's enough waffling on. Let's get to the point. We're gonna include 3 games from last year's poll are going to return in the poll. The poll this year will be Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Project Zero 4, I think it was called Mask of Lunar, Eclipse or something like that. That was the 4th game that wasn't originally released back in the day internationally, so in recent years, I think either this year or last year, I can't remember which, they finally released it outside Japan and did a remaster of sorts and ported to the PS4 and stuff like that. So I'd be very interested to check that game out. So that's basically taking place of Project Zero Maiden of Black Water. Let's play that one now. So that one's going to be taking that place in the bowl. Silent Hill Downpour will be returning in the bowl, and replacing Darkwood in the poll will be Mundaun, which is a Swiss horror game with a unique kind of aesthetic because it's like hand drawn. But I assume it'll probably go the way of Darkwood and probably not get used. But it's like, we got 2 Resident Evil games, a Silent Hill game, Project Zero. We got the main 3. Even though out of the 3, only Resident Evil series is still going relatively strong to this day. Although didn't they, announce a bunch of games in the works for Silent Hill? But that remains to be seen and all that, and that's for Project Zero. I mean, they kind of have the resurgence of sorts with, these ports. So hopefully they'll revive these. But the point is, Darkwoods last year and Mundaun this year, it's like basically the indie horror game slot right there, Gotta have at least one mixed in with the 5. So those will be the 5 games to vote on. And the whole reason I'm doing a video here instead of just putting up a poll is because I assume people are much like me as subscribers, in which I don't know, maybe the bell comes into that. I've never subscribed to any channels and hit that bell notification. I assume if you do that, you probably get, if said channel, does a post, well, it'd be like a poll or an update or whatever that isn't a video, you'll probably get the notification for it. I don't know, because I've never actually done that. Despite, a lot of YouTubers be like, be sure to hit that bell. But assuming that's probably what, allows you to get updates to stuff like that, I'm just gonna assume not everyone, if anyone, is probably not that, so it's just to bring attention to a poll that I'm putting on my YouTube channel. So those will be the 5 games, and I will, let you viewers decide which one I'll let's play this October. Out of the 5, much like last year, the indie horror game is the only one I actually own currently. It's kind of funny, I remember back in the day when I first played Resident Evil HD Remaster, I was going into it thinking it was gonna be the original one. I didn't realize it was a remake. I mean, I was expecting hilariously bad voice acting, and what I got was alright voice acting again. I mean, I like the game. I even in recent years played the game and platinumed it, which is the only Resident Evil game I've platinumed. And the other Resident Evil game that has a platinum trophy that I've played is Resident Evil 0, and I have not gone back to that one because it's a bit too bullshit. But so if we're going by last year's one, Resident Evil 2 Remake will probably have a good edge to win. But Project Zero might follow the same pattern and win once again with Project Zero 4. Or you could have a surprise with Silent Hill or Resident Evil Director's Cut, comes in to win the poll. I know, I'm just like, look at the list and just like, what would be the most expensive one? It'd probably be Project Zero again, it's just like, that game was the most expensive out of last year's poll, and I imagine Project Zero 4 is probably pricey as well. I imagine I could probably get, the Resident Evil games very cheap. I'm not so sure about Silent Hill Downpour because I'd have to get it second hand. And Mundaun, as I've already mentioned, I already own that game. So, yeah. Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Project Zero 4, Lunar Eclipse, or whatever it's called, Silent Hill Downpour, and Mundaun. Those are the options for this year's horror game. So yeah, vote on them. And despite the fact that I should just sum it up right there, it's gonna go on a bit more of a ramble. It is weird because as of this time right now, it's about 20 to 9 p.m. 31st of August. Be uploading bonus part 4 for the Project Zero Maiden of Black Water Let's Play. And after that, there's just 2 more parts to upload for it. The point of this is, Nick Best. When I Let's Played the original Resident Evil 2 years ago, same thing happened, you know? It lasted a whole year, more or less, for me to complete that Let's Play because of how much there was to do in that game, you know, replaying it to get all the endings. So it's kind of a similar thing there, so it'd be kind of funny if Resident Evil 2 Remake ended up winning both. It's like deja vu. I remember that because when I Let's Played Resident Evil 3, because of how close they were in terms of, you know, me playing the games, I didn't really think much of Resident Evil 3 because it felt like it had too much same locations for Resident Evil 2, and I just got done completing that at that point in time, so it kind of felt a bit samey, you know? But yeah, those are the games to vote on. I'll add the poll in the description, and I'll be uploading this tomorrow. Probably sometime in the day instead of the night, so I don't want like uploads. If I upload more than one video in a day, I like them to at least be spread apart, you know? So yeah, that's gonna do for this update video. Not sure what I'm gonna have for the background music. Yeah, I was thinking how much time has flown by. It's like, damn, it's already that time already. It's been a year. Wow. And it just made me think of that Hatsune Miku song that I wrote and recorded. It was the last one I recorded before, you know, my old laptop died, and with it, the software for the Hatsune Miku vocals went with it. I guess it was a one-time installation thing, unfortunately. But it's called Time Flies By. Maybe I'll have that played back at some point, or I'll just have, you know, music from the New Year montage play. Whichever, doesn't really matter. Just, yeah, I put up a poll, vote on it, enough waffling. That is all for this announcement. That was needed too long, and I keep talking anyway. That's that. Vote. Peace out.